shot fake. Gaines will have to heave a long 30-footer. Oh! Oh, yeah! Court holds it high to Newman. Long three! Goal! Holy smokes! He hit a 26-footer! The timeline guarded by Holden. Rashad gonna drive. Penetration. He lost the basketball. Ball loose on the floor. Ezra tries to pick it up. He's got to throw it up at the horn. And it goes! It goes! It goes, baby! A three-pointer! A three-pointer! The Dogs have won it at the horn, and it's Bedlam on the press row. 73-70. Dogs do it again. Run for your lives. The students are everywhere.
Tip-off is on the way, but first our keys to the game driven by Ford F-150. Check out the Ford F-150, the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs at your local Ford dealer today. We've shut down with our keys to a regular season finale Georgia victory today. Chucky.
All right, and we got more to go. That's the great thing coming up with SEC tournament and NCAA tournament. We are fired up. But let's start with pressure defense against Mississippi State. Scott, Mississippi State is dead last in the conference in turnover margin. So let's take advantage of that, get some turnovers and get some live ball turnovers so we can get some easy baskets. That's key number one. Key number two, you look back over these past 5 games, we've won 4 out of 5. The things we've done well, assists, share the ball, and rebounds. We've done both of those well, averaging 16.3 assists per game in those contests. So let's share the ball, continue to do that. And then finally, look, attitude is important today. We need to play Mississippi State like we played Alabama. Do not look at their stats. We can't, on the floor, be guys that looked at their stats and thought this is going to be really easy because their stats are terrible. But let's, in this case, play them like we played Alabama and leave looking to those bad stats to Adam, you, and me.
Georgia will be in red on the road today. Mississippi State in white. Maroon numbers and lettering. Georgia in red uniforms, white numbers and lettering. 120th meeting in the series. Mississippi State leads at 60-59.
And a little bit of a different starting lineup today. This is not one that we've seen.
With Ross and Kane at the guards and then the 3 bigs. Here's the toss and the tap. It's batted around, controlled by Georgia. And we're underway here at Humphrey Coliseum in Starkville. Georgia with the first possession. Sompto has it. Foul line extended right inside the arc. Hands it to Catchings on a curl around. Drives to the circle. Jumper from 17 is off the rim. No good. Rebound Mississippi State. Jaden Epps up the floor. The Georgetown transfer. Runs against Blue Kane. Drives inside. Dogs block the shot. Collect the ball in the right corner. Dogs take it away. Here's Catchings along the baseline. Ross has it. Quick feed to Kane. Puts it on the floor with a left hand into the lane. Drives around Sompto. Layup attempt. His shot is blocked. It's deflected off the backboard. Mississippi State basketball. Hubbard with a drive and a bank shot in close range on the right block. Good. First points of the game go to State.
Josh Hubbard is just, he is a handful. Mike was talking about it to you, but he is. You see him in person, he's amazing.
Third leading scorer in the conference, averaging 21.5 a game. Here's Stagg for 3 for the Dogs. Rattles out, no good. A chore with the rebound for Mississippi State. A chore on the dribble, far sideline. Skips it back to Epps. Dogs in a man-to-man to start. Blues guarding Hubbard. Here's a 3 ball by State's Epps from the left wing. That's no good. Rebound Kane at the free throw line. Feeds it to Ross. Jordan spins into the front court. Here comes Jones for a steal in the right corner. Wow, he just flashed out of nowhere, and the 6'6" guard from Houston stole it from Mississippi State.
Jordan had his back turned to him, and he made a great move inside to steal that.
Hubbard's fadeaway 2 just right of the lane. Rattles out, no good. Free throw, or rebound rather, to Georgia. Catchings has possession. State with a 2-0 lead. 2 minutes into the ballgame. Catchings works along the left baseline, up and under is no good off the backcourt. Rebound Sompto, flashes out to Kane for a Scana Energy three, and it's good.
And that puts him over 1,000 points in his career at Georgia. What an incredible career he is having here.
1,002 collective points for Kane now. Backdoor to Jones, and a soft dunk by Sean Jones, the 6'6 guard, flushes it down. And it's 4-3 Mississippi State. Ross behind a screen from Sompto, head of the key, attacks the basket, reverse lay-in, won't go. Hit off the backboard and rolled off the front of the rim. Rebound to State.
We are off to a terrible shooting start.
Hubbard has it stolen going through the lane. Ball is loose on the floor. Diving is Sompto. He feeds Ross on the run. A no-look alley-oop to his left to Catchings. Is off his hand and out of bounds.
That was a horrible alley-oop.
Ross had Catchings to his left, Kane to his right.
Yeah,
he looked at blue, but tossed it in the other direction. And it didn't work.
Might should have looked the way you tossed it.
Dogs turn it over in transition. State with a 4-3 lead. 3 minutes into the contest here in the smoke-filled arena here in Starkville.
Well, maybe that's the reason for that slow start and getting balls to drop.
It smells like sulfur, and hopefully it's not sulfur. But yeah, it kind of stinks in the building right now after the fireworks that they lit up. Oh, backdoor wide open to Sergei Matsura, the 6'9 Slovenian. Wide open lay-in from along the left baseline, and it makes it a 6-3 contest. State with the lead. Dogs trying to tie it up. Jeremiah Wilkinson does just that. Right into the game, fires up on the right slot, and we're tied at 6. Scana Energy 3 for Jeremiah. 6-6, 16-20 to go first half. Mississippi State with the possession. Hubbard will slow dribble it into the front court with the left hand, guarded by Wilkinson. Over the timeline, works on the left wing now in front court. They go inside the arc. Jamarian Davis-Fleming. Cross court into the corner. They drive out of there, give it back to the big. It's off his hands. Pass was low. Couldn't handle the low pass.
They turned it over.
And he turned it over. Whoa. It bounced right off his hands, and the freshman, the 6'10", 240-pounder, turns it over. That dead ball will get us into a timeout. It'll be the Dogs' ball when we come back. The Georgia Bulldogs basketball, I'll clarify. 6-6 is our score. Georgia and Mississippi State with a timeout on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power to recover right. A delicious protein shake with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle. Champion your recovery with Core Power. Proud partner of Georgia basketball. Learn more at corepower.com.
Zaxby's just put all the other chicken chains on notice because now they got dry rubs. You can get their famous fingers and wings in 3 signature flavors: zesty lemon pepper, savory garlic parm, and spicy Nashville hot, which means there's a little something for everyone chasing a bold hit of flavor. If you've been sleeping on Zaxby's, this new dry rub menu is about to wake you up. Zaxby's Dry Rubs. Try all 3 flavors before they're gone. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power to recover right. A delicious protein shake with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle. Champion your recovery with Core Power. Proud partner of Georgia basketball. Learn more at corepower.com.
Go Dogs, sick 'em! Whether they're on the road or the home court, my family and I get loud and proud whenever the Dogs are unleashed. In this basketball season, Scana Energy is part of all the action as a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. So join my family and Scana in cheering on the Dogs to glory this season. Sign up with Scana today and get up to $100. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/GoDogs for details. Limited time offer, terms and conditions apply.
Bulldog Nation, if you want inside access to breaking news, behind-the-scenes stories, and exclusive content featuring your favorite players, then join Glory today and unlock members-only coverage and VIP experiences you won't find anywhere else. Visit GloryGloryGeorgia.com and sign up today. 6-6 is our score. State turned it over on the last possession. It'll be the Dogs' ball as we bring Catchings. Justin Abson checks into the ball game. Jeremiah Wilkinson, Smurf Millender into the game for the first time. Blue Cane will inbound it. That's the Dogs' 5.
We were talking about Hubbard. I was looking at some stats that they had him through his junior year, and this is his junior year, only 403 points behind Pete Maravich after his junior year. And I was going, wow, that's really something. Then I remembered Pete Maravich didn't get to play his freshman year.
Yeah, that was 2 seasons, right?
Yeah, he was 403 points ahead of him.
Hubbard's got over 1,800 points in his career. There's Smurf for 3 right in front of the Mississippi State bench. His first shot of the game is good. Smurf with Georgia's third 3 of the half already, and the Dogs have a 9-6 lead with 15:27 to go in the half. Hubbard slow dribble between the circles, shifts to his right on the wing, comes back now to Jabari McGee, transfer from UAB, stolen by Catchings to the rim on the other end, and a running soft two-handed dunk by Cannon Catchings. Georgia extends the lead to 5. It's 11-6.
And immediately into the press.
Smurf on the ball as Hubbard brings it up over the timeline right now. Now puts his back to Smurf, the defender. Wipes the hand away. Smurf with a hand on the left hip of Hubbard. To Davis Fleming in the paint. Bumps Kane out of the way. The layup is no good. And a foul on the play by the Dogs.
They're going to call a foul on Blue. That was.
I think they got Catchings, actually.
Did they get Catchings?
Yeah, they called it on Cannon. I thought Blue was the guy guarding, but Cannon came in and
hit him.
Made contact. And that puts Jamarian Davis Fleming, a 6'10 freshman, on the line. He's from Canton, Mississippi, and only a 32% free throw shooter.
You like his chances.
Free throw number 1 is good.
Because he's due.
I guess he was, and he is. He makes the first. So he's already above his percentage, even if he misses this one.
Yeah, well, this one, they might as well just give the ball to Georgia.
The fix is in. Here we go. Ball's in the air. And it's good. He made them both.
It rattled.
Man. Oh, that improves his percentage. Now 19 of 54 for the year. 11-8, Georgia. Dogs ball. Smurf drives on the dribble, curls around. Up the wing, left side of the floor to Blue, and they feed Jeremiah, middle of the floor. Wilkinson works behind a screen from Abson. He rolls. We keep it on the floor to Stagg, into Abson. Cross court, quick movement. Smurf's got it in the left corner. Going to dribble and drive through the paint. Pass to the wing, deflected and stolen by Matsura. They run the floor in transition, get it up ahead to McGee, and he'll lay it in. Mississippi State with a transition bucket. 11-10 now. State scored 4 straight. Wilkinson for 3, hits the back of the rim, rebound Kane. Dogs get an offensive board. 1-point lead for the guys in red. Wilkinson moves to his right, underhands it to Stagg in the right corner. Jump pass head of the key now to Smurf. He drives on Epps to the block. He's double teamed there, skips it along the baseline to Stagg. Misses the 3. Matsura with a rebound for State. Underhands it outlet to McGee, and he sprints up the far sideline. State in front court, trailing by 1. And Epps going to curl to the right baseline and get fouled over there. No, just out of bounds, excuse me. Tipped away. Did State turn it over? Nope. Georgia tapped it out, apparently. Our officials today, KB Burdett, Owen Short, and Landon Brandis. Abson comes out for Georgia. Dylan James comes in. And Achor checks back in for Mississippi State. And Sergei Matsura comes out. Sean Jones will be throwing it in. 6'6" guard. Right of the basket. Stagg will guard the inbound. Lobs it deep into the backcourt. And there's McGee wide open. About 75 feet from the baseline.
That was way into the backcourt.
Easy way to get it inbounds, right? You don't have to mess with it.
Well, that's
State with the ball and 8 seconds on the shot clock. McGee, left-hand dribble, crossover against Wilkinson, hits a 3 right over the top of it. Good. McGee with his first 3, and their first of the game puts them back in the lead 13-7, 13-11, 7 straight points for Mississippi State, and we got a foul on the play as Georgia hustled it into the front court. Foul on Mississippi State is on McGee. That's his first. Blue Cane comes out. Justin Bailey checks in for Mike White's Bulldogs. 13-11 is our score now. State with a 2-point lead. Home team on a 7-0 run. Dogs trying to squelch it. We inbound in front court. Smurf has the ball. He threads the needle to Wilkinson. He has to chase down a loose pass. Recovers. Attacks the basket. Reverse lay-in. No good. Partially blocked, but a foul is called on Jamarian Davis-Fleming. And that's going to be free throws for the Dogs for the first time.
He'll shoot 2 here.
Wilkinson to the line for Georgia. Chance to tie the game at 13 if he hits them both. 6'1" sophomore from Powder Springs. Transferred in from Cal last year. On the all-rookie team in the ACC. 6th man of the year. He's had a fine season for the Dogs. He misses that free throw. 78% shooter is Jeremiah. Was perfect at the line in the win over Alabama earlier this week, but not today as he misses his first, but he makes the second. 13-12 our score. Smurf checks out. For the Dogs, Ross is back in the game. Mississippi State inbound the basketball with Jabari McGee, 6'2" senior guards, transfer from UAB. Played 1 year there, spent 2 years, his first 2 years at junior college before landing here in Starkville. Davis-Fleming with the ball. James is on him. They work it back to McGee for a 3. Right slot, won't go. Hit the rim, rebound. Wilkinson for the Dogs.
Boy, they moved the ball so well that time.
Jeremiah from the left wing to Stagg. Fakes right, dribbles left. Crossover down the lane. Achor guarding. Skips it through the paint to James. Throws up a wild one-handed shot, hit high off the glass. No rim. Rebound down to Mississippi State. Missed it badly there. The Maroon Bulldogs with a 1-point lead. Hubbard with a fadeaway 3 is good. Just to the left of the circle. Josh Hubbard with his first 3-pointer.
Yeah, Georgia came down the floor and set up in his zone. Hubbard's eyes lit up because he thought, I can shoot over that.
10-1 run by Mississippi State. Ross for 3 for Georgia. Good, he nailed it from the right corner. Jordan with his first basket of the game. 4-3 of the half for the Dogs. 1-point lead for State, 16-15. Somto coming to the scorer's table after a long break. State with the basketball. McGee hands off on the dribble to Sean Jones. Between the circles, they come near side. Achor. Right on the 3-point line. Hands to Hubbard. He sets the screen. Hubbard's 3 rattles out. No good. And the rebound is touched out, I think, by Dylan James. It'll be State's basketball. They reset the shot clock to 20, and we've got a timeout. 11:28 to go. Half number 1. State 16, Georgia 15. We'll go in the huddle with Chuck when we come back on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
It's rolling. That jackpot's rolling.
Yeah, got yourself a scratcher that didn't win? Well, my friend, it still could, because now all non-winning scratchers can be entered to win the Rollin' Jackpot, which grows and grows.
That jackpot's rolling.
The Rollin' Jackpot, another way to win from the Georgia Lottery. Learn more and enter at GALottery.com. Play responsibly.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram and Jackie Jones CDJR in Cleveland announced Declaration of Deals, a special campaign supporting America 250 Partnership. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram brands hold a special place in the hearts of Americans. And during this celebration, you can get some great deals on your next vehicle. Check out the savings at Jackie Jones Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Highway 129, south of Cleveland. Your hometown Dairy Queen has dropped some mint magic this month with the new Mint Crunch and Cookie Dip Cone and Mint Oreo Blizzard of the month. Satisfy your seafood craving with DQ's Popcorn Shrimp Basket. Crispy golden brown breaded shrimp served with fries, toast, and dipping sauce. And round out your meal with Dairy Queen's new pineapple lemonade sparklers and coolers at your hometown Dairy Queen, Helen Highway, Cleveland. DQ, happy, taste good.
Local news and the Georgia Bulldogs.
We are WRWH, Cleveland.
Hey, let's go inside the huddle with Chuck Dowdle. It's brought to you by Georgia's own credit union, banking on purpose. And from row 2, you had to weave your way down to the floor and check into the huddle. What was happening?
Mike was bringing up two things. One was obviously doing a better job on Hubbard. You know, that's easier said than done. I'm sure that we'll try to turn it up a little bit on him. He can certainly do a lot of damage very quickly, as we were seeing. And then the other thing is we've got to handle the basketball better than we are right now. We're just being a little sloppy with it, and Mike wants that to come to a screeching halt.
Each team with 3 turnovers thus far. State shooting 55% early here. Georgia at 38%. And Mississippi State not messing around. They just chunk it into the backcourt off the baseline. Hubbard brings it back over the timeline. He's met there by Wilkinson. 16-15. State with a 1-point lead. Hubbard's got the ball, picks it up at the elbow. Dogs steal it with Bailey. Justin Bailey with a takeaway. Feeds Wilkinson into the front court. Far side of the floor. They come back near side to Bailey. Puts it on the floor, dribbles against Hubbard. Right of the lane, now into the lane. And State just steals it. Jones double-teamed him and just ripped the ball out of Bailey's hands. State with the basketball. Hubbard with a reverse lay-in that's off the rim, and a foul is whistled on the Dogs.
I think they got soft over.
Justin Bailey.
Well, I'm telling you, when I'm trying to guess with the officials from here, it's tough.
Well, when they added the numbers above, the uniform numbers above 5, it made it more difficult. Their signals.
The signals, yeah, because
all the officials do it differently. Some they hold a number sideways. Sometimes, you know, one hand has one number, the other number is moving around. They're moving their hand.
Pretty soon you have to do math. You have to subtract. What's that? Are they subtracting there or adding? Here's another one of those heaves to the backcourt.
State inbounds it with Jones. He just lobs it deep about 75 feet in the backcourt to Hubbard. 16-15 is our score. State with a 1-point lead. Ballard dribbles into the lane on the block. Sends to Jones in the left corner. They go up the wing to Hubbard for a 3. That's money in the bank. Jones said, I've got an open shot, but so does Hubbard.
And he had a long time to stand there and look at it, too.
Hubbard makes the 3. Dogs drive with Ross. He left the layup short. Tried to sweep it up and in with the right hand. A chore in transition. Running, jamming it home with one hand on a dunk. Powerful dunk by a chore. And it's a 6-point State lead, their largest of the half. 21-15. Dogs have hit a little scoring drought here. State's pulling away. Catching's on the wing. Step back 3. That changes the momentum a little bit. Cannon with a 3 ball. That's good. 5th 3 of the half by the Dogs. 21-18. Cuts the deficit in half. Tipped ball. Ross. They almost turned it over, and they do.
Out of bounds, yeah.
The tip landed in the hands of the 7-footer Quincy Ballard, and he had a foot on the baseline and turned it over when he caught the tip. Georgia ball. They'll bring it up the length of the floor with 9:39 to go in the half. Down 3. Catching's right corner, fakes the baseline drive, goes back up the wing to Smurf. Milliner with a right-hand dribble, guarded by McGee. To his right, and he's bumped out. Oh, my goodness. Bumped out of bounds by the 7-footer Ballard, and they don't call it. As Smurf loses the ball and his footing out of bounds. There's no foul.
Mike White
body
doesn't know about it. Yeah.
And Owen Short just stood there and looked at it and pointed in the other direction.
I mean, Mike's still, yeah. Let's put him on skates and give him sticks. I mean, that was a body check. a hard one.
Stay with the basketball, up 3. 21-18 is their score. Epps around the screen. Ballard rolls, tries to throw a lob to him. And they got a foul on the Dogs.
And that was one of these.
That was the 6. Yeah, 5 with the left hand and the sideways 1 with the right hand by the official. And that means number 6. And that's 2 on Cannon Catchings. Cannon to the bench. Stagg back in the ball game for the Dogs. Georgia with Smurf and Ross, the guards, along with Kane, and then Stagg and Somto.
They almost hit the clock.
Wow, that was a long, high lob. Smurf almost intercepted it. He was looking over his shoulder trying to pull it down, but Epps had it in the backcourt. Now Epps for 3. Right-handed shooter, rattles out from the left slot. Rebound Kane on the baseline. Gives it to Ross. Jordan into the lane, kick back. Smurf fakes a deep NBA range 3, dribbles and drives and goes to Stagg in the right corner. Stagg is double teamed, jump pass stolen, middle of the floor by McGee. Looked like he traveled and Ross may have fouled him. Ball out of bounds. What's going to be the call? State's basketball, they say.
Yeah, Georgia wants him to look at it. I'm not sure. It's tough to tell from here, but they should have called traveling is what they should have called.
Yeah, we've got our video guys looking at it. Is Georgia going to challenge the call?
It's tough to tell. No, it's all Georgia.
State's
that
basketball.
Angle, it looks like to me it's all Smurf.
Yeah, it looks like Georgia wants to look at it. They want to challenge it. 8:35 first half. State 21. Georgia 18. And Georgia's going to challenge the out of bounds. That's KB Burdett on the referee's mic here in the arena. Georgia challenging the call. Remind you to listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on Sirius XM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, streaming on the Sirius XM app. Let's pause 10 seconds, station identification on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Share the news about the new 93.9 FM, WRWH, Cleveland.
Georgia is challenging the out-of-bounds call as the officials take a look at the video monitor.
I got to tell you, that overhead camera, that looks like it's off state. From the low baseline camera. All right, let's here we go.
Looks like they're going to keep State with possession.
The call on the floor is confirmed. It is Mississippi State basketball off the initial Georgia being out of bounds when White broke it off his knee first before the retouch. Being an unsuccessful challenge, Georgia has 0 remaining challenges for the game. This does not affect appeals.
So no more challenges for the Dogs, but as you can hear KB Burdett, that does not affect appeals. So coaches get appeals as well as challenges.
Somebody's going to have to explain to me the difference. Because they're going to stop the game regardless.
Do the coaches get pleads also? I'm pleading with you to please look at the monitor. State inbounds the basketball. We're going to play some more hoops now. 21-18, State with a 3-point lead. Epps on the dribble, guarded by Blue Kane. High right wing. Feeds to McGee, slashes inside the free throw line, hits a 14-footer good. McGee with 7. Georgia trails now by 5. Dogs will try for 3. Staggs 3, left corner is good. Kareem with another 3-pointer by the Dogs. It's their 6th already, 23-21. So we're hitting from outside, not a whole lot around the basket. Mississippi State possession, Big Ballard between the circles. One dribble, Somto's all out on him beyond the 3-point line. They go to McGee on the left wing. McGee gets by 2 Georgia defenders all the way to the rim, layup good.
Well, last 2 possessions, he's been money down in the paint deep, and he's not a big guy.
That time he slipped right through Blue Kane and Somto Surreal. 25-21, State with a 4-point lead. Jeremiah for 3 from the right wing, off the front of the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound, it's loose at half court. Chased down by Stagg for the Dogs. just across the half-court line in backcourt. Georgia gets it back. Smurf works against one of their bigs. He drives and gets clobbered. Crashing to the floor is Sergei Matsura, who may be shaken up. He lost a shoe in the process, and he's grabbing his right ankle. I don't know if he took the shoe off or if it came off, but he's on the floor.
Yeah, he's not getting up either. He's like...
And he's the guy that committed the foul, and that's going to get us into a timeout. We got a dead ball with 7:12 to go the first half. Mississippi State with a 4-point lead on Georgia. It's State 25, Dogs 21. And we'll come back to Starkville and Humphrey Coliseum right after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily, at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
If you're a contractor, you're like a coach. Your success depends on the team you put on the field. I'm Kevin Swanson, business manager with the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613. With over 5,500 skilled electricians right here in Atlanta, we provide the training, the reliability, and the experience to help you finish your jobs on time and under budget. If you're ready to grow your business with a team you can trust, let's talk. Visit IBEW613.org today.
Zaxby's just put all the other chicken chains on notice, because now they got dry rubs. You can get their famous fingers and wings in 3 signature flavors: zesty lemon pepper, savory garlic parm, and spicy Nashville hot, which means there's a little something for everyone chasing a bold hit of flavor. If you've been sleeping on Zaxby's, this new dry rub menu is about to wake you up. Zaxby's dry rubs. Try all 3 flavors before they're gone. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's.
Put an extra Go Dogs in your wallet with the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card. Order at regions.com/Go Dogs. Regions, the official bank of the SEC. Well, Georgia had a 5-point lead at 11-6. State went on a 10-1 run. They've been in front ever since. The Dogs are hitting threes today, 6 of 10. Only 1 2-point basket made so far in the first half by the Dogs, but State with a 4-point lead. It's 25-21.
And we've just put some athletic ability in the lineup. Jake Wilkins, number 21 in there. Give us a little help on the boards, perhaps blocking some shots, and can knock down threes.
Smurf Milliner on the free throw line after the foul by Sergei Matsura prior to the timeout. Free throw by Smurf is up and in. Good. One more for Smurf. On the year, 86% from the line. He drains them both. Smurf averaging almost 12 points a game, 3rd leading scorer on the team for Georgia this year. Pressure in the backcourt by the Dogs defense. And Hubbard and McGee will work it into the front court. Smurf almost got a steal in the backcourt there.
Boy, sure did.
Hubbard with a basketball. They lead by 2. 25-23, Mississippi State in front. Hubbard works against Wilkinson, and he hooked him. They're calling Jeremiah for a foul. Wilkinson with a foul, his first, team's 4th. And Mississippi State will inbound it, and they'll no doubt throw it to Hubbard in the backcourt. He's backing up almost all the way to the 3-point line on the right end of the floor. They'll inbound on the left baseline. McGee looks, keeps it short. Throws it to a Chore on the right wing. Hubbard sprints back into play. Fade away 2, right of the circle. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Santo. Underhand scoop to Smurf. Dogs in transition. Smurf feeds Wilkinson to his left. Attacks from the wing. Drops it off to Smurf. He dropped it, picks it up. And Sky hooks it up and in, and he got fouled. Santo with his first points in the game, only our second 2-point basket.
Santo's been very quiet.
Foul was on Jamarian Davis Fleming, his second. And that puts Somto on the line for a free throw. And one opportunity here. Surreal, 6'11" from Nigeria, 58% for the year.
All right, let's see if we can't reclaim the lead here and then start to pull away.
Tied it at 25 with that bucket by Somto Surreal. Stagg out, Blue Kane in. Wilkins still on the floor. Wilkins' son and Smurf along with Somto, who's at the foul line. Try to put the Dogs in the lead again. The free throw is in the air and it's good. Somto delivers with a three-point play, and Georgia has a 1-point lead, 26-25. 6:30 to go first half. Final game of the regular season. Next stop, Nashville for all 16 SEC teams in the SEC tournament beginning Wednesday. Hubbard works against Wilkinson. Dribbles and drives, right side, floater off the glass. And they're going to say goaltend on Georgia. Owen Short says that's 2 for Josh Hubbard.
Wow.
Mike White's looking at the video monitor. Well, to see if they have any recourse. They may disagree with the call.
Would that be an appeal?
(27-26), State back with a 1-point lead. Absent back in the game for Georgia now. And Somto's out. Wilkinson down the lane, scooping layup with the kiss, won't go. Rebound chased down on the far sideline by Mississippi State. Epps with the runner. Falling out of bounds on the right side. He banked it home from the right side. Jaden Epps with 2. 29-26, Mississippi State. Left corner 3 by Wilkinson, won't go. Absent rebound. Feeds to Kane, drops it off to Jake. Layup good by Wilkins.
Nice feed from Blue. Blue drew both defenders and then just dropped it back to Jake, who had an easy layup.
Kane gets the assist, his second of the game. He's got 80 this season, second on the team in that department. Dogs with a steal in the back. Long pass to Kane up into the front court. He misses the driving layup. It rolls off the front of the rim. Rebound Mississippi State. They lead by 1, 29-28. Hubbard, high right wing dribble. Crossover. Picked up by Absent. Goes by Absent. Scoops it in with one hand to Big Ballard, and he's fouled going to the rim. Foul on Blue. Hit him on the arm, says the official. First foul on Kane. And that's the 5th team foul on Georgia. Going to put Ballard at the free throw line. Quincy Ballard, 7 feet tall, 260. 6-year graduate transfer from Wichita State. He spent 3 years with the Shockers, a couple of years at Florida State, his first 2 of his collegiate career, in fact. And the free throw is good by Ballard. That's his first point of the afternoon. State with a 30-28 lead on the Dogs. The big man is 67% from the line this season. He averages 6.5 points a game. Second free throw, good. Knocks down a pair of foul shots and puts State up by 3, 31-28. Less than 5 minutes to go first half. Dogs have the ball. Ross drops it off with a bounce to Kane on the far side of the floor. Now we come to Absent above the right elbow. Hand off to Wilkinson. He turns, fires a 3, bottom, good. Jeremiah Wilkinson all net. Second 3 of the game. He's got 7 this afternoon. We're tied at 31.
Hit it on that curl coming off the side, and Justin just handed it to him. He stripped it.
Hubbard dribbles, works against Kane. Going towards the basket, floats it up to a Chore along the baseline, and they run an alley-oop lob play, and it's successful. A Chore with the dunk. Wilkinson attacks for Georgia on the right end of the floor. He draws contact and a foul by Epps. Got all the way to the rim and got fouled. Boy, when Georgia fights to tie the score, it doesn't take State long to regain the lead, does it? 33-31, they're in front. And Wilkinson's free throw didn't want to stay in there, but
it tried, didn't it?
Got a little extra spin on the left side of the rim that time, and it dropped back through for him.
Tried to crawl out of there, but gravity won out. We love that.
Number 1 is good, and number 2 is as well. That one was all net. And we're tied at 33 with 4:14 to play. Half number one here in Starkville. Hubbard, just a little pressure in the backcourt across to Epps. He'll walk it over the timeline. Epps guarded by Ross, now defensive switch. Ross is on Hubbard and Wilkinson's on Epps. They rotate the ball to the right wing. Jones to Hubbard, 9 to shoot. Hubbard works against Ross, drives to the elbow, hesitates, now drives again, and a whistle and a foul. Hubbard very good at creating contact. The foul on Jordan Ross, his first, team sixth, and a timeout on the way. 3:49 to go first half. We're knotted up at 33, Georgia and Mississippi State. And we're back after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hi, it's Chuck Dowdle. If you're like me, you're tired of high prices, high fees, and paying more for less. That's why I'm a proud member of Georgia's Own Credit Union. Georgia's Own has been saving people money for 90 years. Whether it's better rates on an auto loan or fewer fees on a checking account, your money goes further at Georgia's Own. Best of all, they're local and continue to support the people, places, and teams that we've grown to love. To learn more, visit georgiasown.org today. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
Georgia's Own is federally insured by the NCUA.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Showers and a few thunderstorms around. A few could be strong to severe this afternoon and this evening. Clouds and showers overnight tonight, low in the upper 50s. Cloudy day tomorrow, rain likely with a high of 71. Scattered showers tomorrow night, low in the mid-50s. Monday, mix of sun and clouds. Few showers around mainly in the afternoon with a high in the mid-70s. Showers likely on Tuesday. I'm Georgia WeatherNet meteorologist KJ Allen on North Georgia's 93.9 WRWH.
If you have an auto accident or your car breaks down, you lock yourself out, you need a jump start, a tow, or maybe just a tire change, who you gonna call? Call Griffin. They offer the quickest response times, the best customer service, and competitive pricing. Griffin Wrecker Service, covering North Georgia from downtown Cleveland since the turn of the century, with fast, reliable service. Check them out online at griffinwreckerservice.com or find them on Facebook. Now, who you gonna call?
The Georgia Bulldogs are on
93.9 FM, Cleveland.
Go Dogs.
It's time to spotlight the first half's best in game stats, brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. As we look at the stat sheet, see what Georgia's doing well in. Second chance points working for the Dogs. Here in the first half, Georgia's got 7. Mississippi State doesn't have any, but they are controlling the paint areas 18-6. State outscoring the Dogs in the paint.
And not all their big guys, but some of their little guys doing work in the paint. And right now, though, one thing Georgia is doing well, we've had 10 baskets in the game. We've got 8 assists on those 10 baskets. So we're sharing the ball. We're getting that part done. But right now, the turnovers, we've given them some points off turnovers that we shouldn't have, and we're going to have a lot of things to clean up here at halftime.
Rebounds are even at 10. State shooting a high percentage at 65%. Out of bounds play to
Another foul
Matsura.
on Blue. Whoa.
Driving down the lane, and they just bounce it to him and under the basket from out of bounds. And he got fouled by Kane. That's 2 on Blue Kane, and the 7th team foul on the Dogs. Free throws for Mississippi State. Sergei Matsura, 6'9" and 220. He's a 48% shooter, and that free throw is good. So their 32%er and their 48%er are 3 for 3 from the line.
Well, we know then that that's going to change. Numbers don't lie.
First free throw is good by Matsura. And the second one hits the back of the rim. Won't go. Absent with the rebound for the Dogs. State by 1, 34.
Started changing already.
33. I like that. See if it's a trend. Stagg for 3 for the lead. Won't go. Ballard the rebound for Mississippi State. To Hubbard. He sprints down the middle of the floor.
Oh, no.
And the Dogs knock it off the glass. Stagg hit it. And that's a goaltend on Georgia.
Yeah, that was a clear one, too.
Yeah, Hubbard's lay-in attempt had already hit the backboard, and Stagg swatted it away, so 2 more for Josh Hubbard. That's the second basket he's got on a goaltend by Georgia. He's got a dozen points. The lead is 3 for State, 36-33. Wilkinson attacks. Underhand scoop from the left side. 2 bounces off the rim. And no good. Out of bounds on the rebound. Touchdown by Mississippi State. Dogs keep possession. Down 3 with 3:22 to go first half. Georgia's already hit 7 threes in the first half, 7 of 13. Another one here will tie the game at 36. Stagg has the dribble, high right wing. Looks behind a screen from Abson. Lobs it to Abson, but throws it right to Ballard for State. Mississippi State with a takeaway up ahead to Hubbard. And the lay-in is good, and a foul is on the Dogs. Or are they calling another goaltend?
Yeah, they were calling the goaltend.
Okay, so they were already giving Hubbard the basket.
Yeah, but the ball went in anyway, so kind of a moot point.
Boy, Hubbard's so fast down the floor. He's just shredding our defense. And it's a 5-point State lead, 38-33.
He gets down now. I mean, he's there in the flat.
Yep.
He is really, and credit that young man for hustling the way he is.
Wilkinson with a head fake and a drive to the elbow. Gets it out on the wing to Dillon, to Smurf. High lob to Somto. Flashed out above the three-point line. Handed back to Smurf between the circles. 2:50 to go in the half. Ross has it now through the corner of the lane. Works from the left side. Oh, nice baseline spin against Epps. Created space. And a short little bank shot home. Good.
Used his body the entire time to create the space.
He kind of put the butt in the gut, as
he
you like
did,
to say.
yeah.
And Epps had to back away, and the Dogs within 3. 38-35. State with a 3-point lead and the ball. Hubbard with a left-hand dribble between the circles. Head of the key, puts a shoulder into the chest of Ross, continues to dribble. They throw it to Ballard on the block. He's matched up with Somto. No shot, kick out, Epps 3, good. First basket for Jaden Epps. And State back up 6. Jeremiah with a quick 3. That's no good. Too deep off the back of the rim from the left wing. Rebound State. Here they come with less than 2 minutes to go. Uh-oh, Ballard got loose. Hubbard got him the ball. Man, their offense is just making our defense look foolish here. Another running dunk for Ballard.
Well, they're scoring on every possession, either scoring or getting a goaltending call.
Dogs with a lob play from Smurf to Dylan James, who flushes it home from the right side. Nice two-handed dunk by Dylan James. Calms the waters a little bit. 43-37, Mississippi State in front. And an 8-point lead for a few seconds. 1:15 to go first half. Hubbard's the catalyst that's driving this thing. He's got the ball. He's going to shoot again from 17 and knock it down to the right edge of the circle.
And wide open, too.
16 points for Josh Hubbard. He's almost at his average here in the half. Smurf with a reverse lay-in wouldn't go. Dillon got the rebound, tried to throw it down on a dunk and missed everything. State with the basketball. Hubbard behind the head on the dish down the baseline. And the ball is out of bounds. And it's going to be Georgia possession. He was trying to go to Sergei Matsura. I got screened out. I didn't exactly see what happened.
It was a bad pass. He tried to throw it over his head to him. He had to ride it, but he knew he'd made a mistake. He was pounding the padding there on the basket.
45-37 State. Alley-oop Ross to Somto in a flush.
Yeah, we just saw that play a minute ago.
Another dunk by Big Somto, 79 for the season for Surreal. He leads the nation in that category. Timeout Mississippi State in a 45-39 game. State with a 6-point lead. Had a little offensive surge here in the last couple of minutes. They're 8 for their last 8 shooting the basketball.
Well, yeah, I mean, every time down the floor, we just talked about that. They were either getting a basket or getting a goaltending call, one of them, or both. In one case, they got both.
Yep. Good thing they didn't count it as double. Take advantage of exceptional lease and finance offers on the versatile BMW X3 sports activity vehicle. For more details, see your local BMW Center. Visit BMWATL.com today. Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. 45-39. Mississippi State in the lead. Georgia's had a 5-point lead in this half. The largest for State was 8. And that came just prior to Georgia's last basket when it was 45-37. The Dogs' last lead of the half came with 6:31 to go.
Georgia shooting 42% and Mississippi State 72%. But that'll be like that when you have 8 straight possessions you score on.
Yeah, they're 18 for 25 and doubling up on points in the paint, 24-12. 27 seconds to go first half. Steal by the Dogs trying to get control of the basketball. Smurf and Somto combined. Dogs with a takeaway. Wilkinson 3, left slot. Good! Big shot. Big defensive play by the Dogs and a big finish by Jeremiah Wilkinson. He's got a dozen points. State with the ball, 10 seconds to go in the half. They've got a 3-point lead. Hubbard with a left-hand dribble. Stutter steps, feeds Ballard, the drive, the lay-in good. 2 seconds to go, 1 second. Smurf launches from 75 feet and misses everything. That's the end of the half.
Well, and once again, the defense just collapsed on that final possession. They got the ball down the floor. They wasted a lot of time in inbounding the ball. And then when they did, though, they got it right down the floor. We had them, left the lane wide open. The guy just goes in, lays it up.
Well, Hubbard went 7 for 10. We didn't do as well on him as we had hoped. 7 for 10, and that's kind of what Mississippi State is shooting as a team, too. 7 for 10, a little bit better. They're 73%.
And get going.
The Georgia Bulldogs are on
93.9 FM, Cleveland.
Go Dogs.
State with the basketball to start the second half as we get underway here in the final 20 minutes. The Dogs gave up 47 points in the first half. That's their most since giving up 51 in the first half to Texas A&M in game number 22 of the season.
Mississippi
State's going
State
to turn it over on their first possession.
They fumble the ball in the exchange out just beyond the arc, and it went right out of bounds. Georgia's basketball. Well, let me tell you something. Defense, we talked about one of the keys being attitude. That's what defense is. And we got to have a little attitude adjustment going into this half.
Dogs work right to left. Smurf with the dribble to Stagg between the circles. Kareem feeds to his left to Somto. Down above the left elbow to Catchings, who was in foul trouble in the first half. Didn't play a whole lot. 4 seconds to shoot. Smurf's got the ball. He's double teamed on the sideline. Steps into the corner for a 3. Late in the clock. No good. Off the rim. Rebound State. Long pass down to Hubbard. He runs in and lays it up against Blue Cane with body contact, but no whistle. Hubbard now with 18 points. Lead is 7 for State. Steal by Mississippi State. They go back the other way with a 7-point lead. Achor with a basketball inside the arc on the right side. Feeds Hubbard. Under the basket he runs. Goes to Jones out of the left corner. He'll drive into the lane, try to lay it up on a reverse from the right side. It's no good, and the rebound is out of bounds off State. It'll be Georgia basketball. 49-42, Mississippi State with a 7-point lead. Their largest of the game has been 8. Georgia's largest lead was 5 early in the ballgame. Somto back to Kane, high left wing on the near side. Somto has it back, pump fake down the lane. Contact from Achor as Somto's little jumper rolls off the rim. He's going to have to earn it at the line. 2 shots coming for Somto Surreal. He had 5 in the first half. Looking to add to that total now as he goes to the free throw line for the second time in the game. Georgia down by 7. We've got less than 18 and a half minutes to play. Free throw by the big right-hander, up on his toes to finish, and it's good. But Shore whistled for the foul for Mississippi State, his first of the game. Somto with a deep breath, ready for free throw number 2. Takes 2 dribbles, sets and shoots. And the ball will hit the back of the rim and come down to Ballard, who got the rebound. Went 1 for 2, 6-point State lead, 49-43. Step back 3, Epps left slot, hits the rim, no good. Smurf battles Ballard for the rebound. He goes to the floor. We try to tie him up, and we do. And the Dogs are going to have the arrow.
Well, that was some hustle on the defense that time and going after the rebound on the glass because we were outmatched in size. But when it hit the floor, Smurf reached down and tied him up.
Smurf doesn't have any fear about sticking his 5'11" body in there and trying to get a rebound away from a 7-footer. Dogs have the ball. Stagg overhead throw into the left corner to Catchings. He dribbles along the baseline under the basket. Oh, a reverse dunk. Oh, my goodness. Catchings with a reverse dunk.
And Georgia's bench thought that they fumbled the ball inbounds and then back out of bounds, and it should have been Georgia's ball again.
State's got it, a chore. Reverse pivot in the paint, a fadeaway 2 from 10 feet is no good. Rebound Kane up ahead. Smurf's got it. A driving reverse lay-in. He came in on an angle from the right.
Mississippi State wants to talk about it now. Now you feel the momentum starting to shift a little bit. Dogs playing with a little more aggressiveness, a little more energy, and better attitude, Scott.
Catchings with a reverse dunk, rather. A circus shot to get it going, and then Smurf with a nice driving basket in transition to make it a 2-point game. So it's State 49 and Georgia 47. And the home team called a timeout. We will too with 17:27 to go in the game. Dogs trail by 2 on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And when you download the Kroger app, you can clip and save more with digital coupons every week. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you can enjoy more ways to save and more rewards every time you shop. So it's always easy to save big every day with savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily, at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit GeorgiaPower.com/myenergy to learn more.
Days a year, just call us up, we'll be right there. Our service is guaranteed. As you make, we take great care. Our experts are always there for you and your family's needs. When your family just can't wait, you can always count on Shoemake.
Bulldogs basketball brought to you in part by Kohl's today. From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites. Find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. State has a 2-point lead on the Dogs, 49-47. Georgia's last 2 buckets. A Smurf Millender slashing reverse lay-in and a reverse dunk by Cannon Catchings.
Yeah, that's a body that we missed in the first half in foul trouble with a couple of fouls and had to sit out most of that first half. This Cannon can change a game. I mean, he can change it with shots from the outside, hitting threes, or doing what he just did, drive the baseline and reverse dunk.
He's got 7 in today's game. State with the basketball. Hubbard sprints to the left wing to take a handoff from Epps. Dribbles, guarded by Smurf near the half-court line. Now they get it to Davis Fleming, guarded by Somto out along the 3. Stagg with the steal. Stagg on the dribble, mishandled it, bounces high off the floor, finds Catchings, left corner 3, short side iron, rebound, Mississippi State.
Boy, had a chance too.
We had a transition opportunity, but Stagg mishandled the dribble, and that kind of ruined the flow of that. Hubbard with a drive. They're calling Somto with another. He blocked it. They're calling him another goaltend.
You got to be kidding me. And boy, Mike White is livid. You're saying that's 2 times. 2 times that you've done that. And Mike's right.
Oh, yeah, that's a bad call. Ball was still on the way up. It hadn't hit the backboard. Just looked at a replay there. That should be a block for Somto. But instead, Hubbard getting the basket for his 20th points of the game, 51-47.
That was a horrible call.
Third time they've called goaltending on a Josh Hubbard attempt. I think that's the second time on Somto, and that one was not a good call. Dogs have possession, down 4. Catching, step back 3, straight away. Good! Scana Energy 3 by Cannon Catchings. He's got 10, and it's 51-50. It's the Dogs' 9th 3 of the game. Georgia trails by a point. Pressure in the backcourt by the Dogs' defense. Thread the needle to McGee at half court. Jump pass to Jones, right corner. Fakes the 3, drives baseline. They rotate to Epps, head of the key. Drives into the lane, pops a little one-hander going towards the basket.
Somto started, he thought twice about going up trying to block it. I don't blame him.
Somto into the corner. Catchings 3 from the right side. Good! Another Scana Energy 3. Cannonball coming at you.
We got it tied.
He's got 13, and it's tied at 53. Backcourt pressure. State beats the press. Running on a bounce to their big Slovenian. He dropped the ball. Probably should have been called for traveling. They pick it up along the baseline and throw it out to the wing, and the Dogs tip it out of bounds on the far side of the floor. See if Mike's going to have a conversation with these officials about goaltending.
Well, yeah.
During the timeout.
And it's fortunate, too, that he's had a chance to calm down, because he was screaming down there at him before that's twice now. You call that, and it was wrong.
15:32 to go. Second half. We're tied at 53 with a timeout here in Starkville. State and Georgia knotted up on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Is your current IT setup keeping you up at night? Are you tired of wasting valuable time on IT problems? Spend less time worrying about IT issues and more time growing your business. Liberty Technology gives business owners the peace of mind they need to focus on growing their businesses. We're not an IT vendor. We're a business catalyst. Visit libertytech.net. That's libertytech.net or call 770-229-9424 so you can focus on what matters, growing your business.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Sundays and Wednesdays are senior days at Captain D's. Come in and choose from 8 different meals with 2 regular sides starting at $7.49. Senior meals include hush puppies and a drink and are available for seniors 62 and up. Thursday is Kids Day at Captain D's. Bring the kids on Thursdays, as kids' meals are only $2.99 with an adult meal purchase. I'm Kate McClure Cook at Captain D's.
We're just cooking in the kitchen.
Showers and a few thunderstorms around. A few could be strong to severe this afternoon and this evening. Clouds and showers overnight tonight, low in the upper 50s. Cloudy day tomorrow, rain likely with a high of 71. Scattered showers tomorrow night, low in the mid-50s. Monday, mix of sun and clouds. Few showers around mainly in the afternoon with a high in the mid-70s. Showers likely on Tuesday. I'm Georgia WeatherNet meteorologist KJ Allen on North Georgia's 93.9 WRWH.
We're everywhere.
Every first down, every touchdown.
This is FM 93.9.
Georgia 53, Mississippi State 53. Oh, Chuck's been called for another goaltend.
Yeah.
15:32 to go.
And I was just sitting here. But I think they did. They came over, are you with visiting radio? Yes. That's a goaltend.
2 points for Hubbard.
That's a goaltend.
I mean, Josh Hubbard doesn't need any help scoring. That guy's a machine. But he's scored baskets on at least 3 goaltending calls in this game. State has possession. Epps dribble. High lob to McGee in the deep left corner. To Montserrat for just a second. Back to Epps. Off one leg. Fires a 3 from the right slot.
There you go.
Over Dylan James. It rattles out, and the Dogs get the rebound.
A nice rebound by Cannon Catchings.
Catchings, step back 3. Oh, he's feeling it again. Another 3 by Cannon.
Those step back 3s are really tough to guard. In fact, next to impossible to guard, but they're also very difficult to make.
Dogs back in front, 56-53. Catchings has 3 threes in this half. 14:50 to go. State basketball, Jamarian Davis-Fleming into the corner, up the wing now on the 3-ball. Epps rattles out, offensive rebound, Mississippi State. Sergei Matsurov pulled it up.
How about a big man that wouldn't just go back up with the ball but dribbled it out? Are you kidding me?
Epps with a left-hand dribble to McGee. Catch and shoot 3 in the left corner. That's no good. Kane, a 2-handed rebound for the Dogs. He turns and sprints up the near sideline. Kane attacks into the paint. Over to Wilkinson for a 3. Jeremiah's 3 is too deep. James tried to tap the rebound back out, but it's picked up by Mississippi State. There's a steal by Catchings. Dogs 2-on-1. Cannon to the rack. Off the glass. Rebound, Mississippi State kind of mishandled that play. State going the other directions. McGee with the runner, and the layup is good against Ross. So instead of us getting a transition basket, they got one. 1-point Georgia lead, 56-55. Ross on the dribble, down to the paint, and the layup won't go. There's Dylan James for the one-handed putback. Offensive rebound, James, and knocked it down through the rim. 58-55, Dogs by 3. State with the basketball. They almost travel under the basket. They turn it over instead. Wilkinson picks it up, sends it up ahead to Kane.
Oh, wow, and a late whistle there. Unbelievable. It was an obvious foul, and it was like they had to think about it.
Blue coming in from the left side on an angle, got fouled. He's going to the line. And the foul on Jabari McGee from Mississippi State. That'll be 2 on him.
Scott, that was an obvious foul that the official had to think about it.
Well, at least he had the wherewithal to blow the wind through the whistle. And Kane's free throw is good. His first time at the line today. And Georgia's top free throw shooter at 90% this season. Kane with 4 points this afternoon. And a second free throw to come. Substitutions being made. Justin Abson will check in for Dylan James. Dogs with Wilkinson and Ross. Blue Kane, Kareem Stagg, and Justin Abson on the floor. Blue second foul shot by the right-hander from Knoxville. Rattles, and rolls in good. He hits a pair. The Dogs have a 5-point lead. That matches our big lead of the game. 60-55. Georgia in front with 13-19 to go in the game.
Blue checks out. Smurf checks in.
Hubbard backcourt double team by Stagg and Ross. Curls around Stagg over the timeline now. Slow dribble, high left wing, defended by Ross. Hubbard with a right-hand dribble, uses a screen from Ballard. They had a double screen out at the head of the key. He's going to shoot a 3 and hit the rim. He just nicked it. Long rebound. And rolling out, picked up at half court by Hubbard. State with another opportunity. McGee awkwardly down the lane line, puts it up and it rolls in slowly all the way around the rim and falls through. He's got 11. 60-57, Dogs by 3. Abson has it, straddles the three-point line on the right side of the floor. Send it to Stagg in the right corner. Jump pass to Ross, up the wing to Wilkinson. Overhead to Smurf, NBA range 3. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound Stagg in the right corner. Give it back to Smurf. This time he dribbles and attacks into the lane. Reverse pivot, straight on 2, won't go. Rebound swatted back into the backcourt by Abson and chased down by Wilkinson. Now Jeremiah down the lane, and Ballard going to be called for a goaltend.
And that wasn't either. That wasn't either. But they had to call out, or Mike White was going to lose his mind. Now
the whole bench was
they wanted
jumping
to
up.
look at something, and I'm not sure what it was. But when they batted it back,
I think they're going to challenge the goaltend. I think State's going to challenge the call. There's a little floating underhander by Wilkinson being challenged by Mississippi State.
The call on the floor is goaltending. This call is being challenged by Mississippi State. This is a review and a coach's challenge. This will take us to our first call or under 12-minute meeting.
All right, timeout with 12:04 to go. And Georgia has a 5-point lead over Mississippi State. So we'll take a break. It's the Dogs 62, Mississippi State 57. Back in a moment, Bulldog Sports Network.
Big games and big bills have one thing in common. They don't happen alone. We're the United Association of Plumbers, Pipe Fitters, and HVACR Technicians Local 72. And we're training the next generation of mechanical pros in Athens, Atlanta, and across the state of Georgia. The pipeline to your future starts here. Visit UA72.org.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Georgia Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Creature Comforts is now the official craft beer of the Dogs. And if there are two things that pair well, it's Georgia Sports and Creature Beer. Whether that be a Tropicalia, a Classic City Light, or a Sip 'em Seltzer. Now available in Stegman Coliseum or anywhere good cold beer is served. Two institutions, one town, one team. Go Dogs! Sip 'em. 21 and over, champions drink responsibly.
Mississippi State challenged the goaltending call before the timeout. Officials reviewed it, and I believe they're going to wipe off the goaltend. They haven't made the announcement yet. I'm just guessing because we're still waiting on the officials to announce the ruling. Here's KB Burdett.
This was a successful challenge by Mississippi State. 2 points have come off the board for Georgia. It will be Mississippi State ball off the alternating possession arrow because when we acknowledged goaltending, there was no team possession. This will be an alternating possession throw-in. This will be a spot throw-in now for Mississippi State with 30 on the shot clock. They retained their timeout. However, even though it was successful, they only have one remaining challenge for the game.
So the officials missed the call, and then we lose possession of the ball.
That's exactly the way that
wow.
works. And not the first call they've missed, let me tell you.
So Mississippi State gets it on alternating possessions because the challenge was successful. Man, that just went heavily against Georgia the last minute. State with the ball. McGee picks up his dribble on the block. He gives it to Epps, running floater with one hand, no good. Rebound, Georgia. Stagg pulls it down for the Dogs. Here we go in the other direction. Right to left, Smurf. Fires to Absent on the left block. Baseline spin, throws it up on a reverse lay-in attempt, and he's fouled. Hit off the glass too hard and rolled off the front of the rim. And Absent will go to the line for 2 shots. The foul on big Quincy Ballard from Mississippi State.
You know what was funny? When you think about it, what's funny is the fact that they had missed 2 calls prior is what led them to miss the third. The fact that they had missed 2 against Georgia, calling them goaltends that were not, and Mike going crazy. And then when that one was a legitimate block, and now they had to do what, or felt like they had to do.
Yeah.
Human nature being what it is. And so two bad calls caused them to make a third bad call.
I thought 2 wrongs didn't make a right.
Well, it did. It didn't make. In fact, it made another wrong, didn't it?
Absent made both free throws, so that's a right for the Dogs. 62-57, Georgia in front. State has possession. Right. McGee, right side of the floor. Here comes
we
the
left
3.
them all alone.
No good. Rattles out. Rebound. Touched out by who? Absent was fighting for it.
Yeah.
He touched it last.
Yeah,
it's
but
be State
again,
basketball.
We left the guy wide open for a jumper. That. I don't know if we got confused or somebody lost their man or what.
Sean Jones to inbound it on the baseline. Lob baseball pass into the backcourt to McGee. Over the timeline, 15 on the shot clock. They skip it to Ballard, head of the key to 7-footer. Dribbles it low and has it stolen by Catchings. One-on-one. Kick out. Smurf going to attack left baseline into the corner to Catchings for a three. Off the rim, no good. Dogs miss another transition opportunity. State with a basketball. Hubbard, right-hand dribble, poked away by Catchings, but Hubbard retrieves the loose ball. Man, Catchings knocking everything loose. Hubbard down the lane, floater good. 22 points for Josh Hubbard. Dogs attack quickly. Jeremiah missed the runner all the way down to the backboard. Rolled off the front of the rim, rebound State. Hubbard for three on the right end, off the rim, no good. Rebound swatted off the backboard by State, collected in the corner by Catchings for Georgia. Feeds it over to Ross. He drives into the lane. Into the left corner for a three. Smurf, good from three right in front of our bench. He's in double figures with 10. Dogs hit their 12th three of the game. Georgia by 6, 65-59. Approaching the 10-minute mark remaining in the ball game. Hubbard off one leg and throwing it up with one hand. It rolls over the rim, no good. Dogs with the rebound. Smurf's going to take it all the way and attack a double team. Missed the lay-in. Jones rebounds for State. They'll slow it down a little bit, left to right. Hubbard walks it over the timeline.
I think slowing it down more out of exhaustion than anything else. Hubbard turned into a track meet here.
He looks a little winded. A little screen and roll to Ballard. Ballard rolled, but couldn't finish. They got an offensive rebound, kick out for a three. That's even better for them. Hubbard with a quick three after they missed the first attempt. He's got 25 this afternoon. Dogs attack the basket, wasting no time, and a foul on Mississippi State is the call on McGee. That's 3 on Jabari McGee. 4th team foul on Mississippi State. Dogs have not been whistled for a foul in this half. Smurf to inbound, left of the basket. Georgia by 3 points. 65-62 is our score.
I thought that was a shooting foul. Guess it wasn't.
Smurf to throw it into Catchings. He will shoot from the left corner three. Rips it! Cannon with another three-pointer. He's got 19 this afternoon. 4 threes in the game for Catchings. 68-62. Dogs by 6. 9:05 to play here at Starkville. Epps with the dribble, feeds Ballard in the paint, matched up with Blue. He turns and shoots the 7-footer. That's an easy matchup over the 6'5" Blue Canes. Ballard with the bucket, makes it a 4-point lead for the Dogs. Blue finds Somto running free underneath. He collects himself after he took a high pass, and he dunks it home hard with 2 hands.
And that was an easy matchup, too. Is Somto on just the basket?
Yes, you like that matchup. Surreal now with 8 for the Dogs, 70-64 Georgia. State, Epps to Ballard in the circle, whips it into the right corner to Jones, has it knocked loose, stolen away by the Dogs. Georgia poked it loose and Somto chased it down in the right corner, front of the State bench. Wilkinson has it, blows by his man down the lane, lay in good and a foul, count the basket. They got an and one coming to Jeremiah Wilkinson.
Man, these officials cannot win. They cannot win. They are being chewed up once. If it's not our bench, it's their bench. And quite honestly, well deserved.
Wilkinson going to be on the free throw line for an and one. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station ID on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
We love our community.
You're doing a great job.
WRWH Cleveland, now on FM 93.9.
Fouls on Sean Jones for Mississippi State, putting Wilkinson on the line. That's Jeremiah's first points of the second half. He's got 14 today. He had 12 at intermission. Looking for a three-point play here. Free throw by the left-hander, good. Buried it. Dogs with their largest lead of the game at 9, 73-64. Georgia trying to win a record-setting 22nd regular season game. Would be the most in school history in the regular season. State with the ball. Hubbard deep three. Good. And then he fell down trying to get the call, but there was no whistle. The three was plenty. He's got 28. That guy's a scoring fiend. Kane against a triple team scores on the lay-in. A reverse lay-in on the right side of the rim. I didn't get the call from the official there. What did they call?
Something on two. They called something on Somtel. They were calling something on two.
Was that a warning maybe? He touched the ball after it went through
after
it went through the net? Yeah, I guess so. That was the warning on Georgia. Kane got the bucket, and now we've got a timeout. 7:44 remaining in the contest. It's Georgia 75, Mississippi State 67. Back to Humphrey Coliseum in Starkville after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And when you download the Kroger app, you can clip and save more with digital coupons every week. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you can enjoy more ways to save and more rewards every time you shop. So it's always easy to save big every day with savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram and Jackie Jones CDJR in Cleveland announced Declaration of Deals, a special campaign supporting America 250 Partnership. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram brands hold a special place in the hearts of Americans. And during this celebration, you can get some great deals on your next vehicle. Check out the savings at Jackie Jones Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Highway 129, south of Cleveland. Your hometown Dairy Queen has dropped some mint magic this month with the new Mint Crunch and Cookie Dip Cone and Mint Oreo Blizzard of the month. Satisfy your seafood craving with DQ's Popcorn Shrimp Basket. Crispy golden brown breaded shrimp served with fries, toast, and dipping sauce. And round out your meal with Dairy Queen's new Pineapple Lemonade Sparklers and Coolers at your hometown Dairy Queen. Helen Highway, Cleveland. DQ. Happy, taste good.
The Georgia Bulldogs are on.
WRWH 93.9 FM, Cleveland.
Scana Energy is a proud partner of Georgia Athletics. For every three-pointer scored by the Bulldogs, Scana Energy will make a $25 donation to the University of Georgia General Scholarship Fund. And the numbers today are good for the Dogs. 13 of 25 on Scana Energy three-pointers.
A couple of, Scott, while I'm thinking about it, while it's on my mind, a couple of our basketball supporters I want to tip my cap to. Dave Thomas made the drive down from Athens to be here for this one. So that was great. And then Jeff Rothenberger, who lives in Nashville, but winters elsewhere, but he's going to be there next week to support us at the SEC tournament.
State, Epps with the floater. Somto went up and touched it with the ball coming down. There's another goaltend.
And that's the first one they've gotten right.
So Epps,
without the aid of the TV replay.
Yeah. Epps will get the points for that. We've seen a high number of goaltending calls today, but as Chuck pointed out, not all of them have, in our opinion anyway, have been correct. 75-69 Dogs. Blue left open for a three, and he hits it. Drains it from the right slot. Kane double figures now with 10. 14th three-pointer by the Dogs here in Starkville. 78-69, 9-point Georgia lead. 7 minutes to go here at Humphrey Coliseum. Epps works against the double team. One guy backs away, and Epps floats it up and in good. He's got 11 for State. 78-71 Dogs. Kane on the dribble, left hand, jump pass to Stagg, steps behind the three-point line and buries it from the right corner. Kareem with his second three of the contest.
Yeah, and right now Mississippi State's trading twos for threes. And I don't know how good their math department is here at this school, but I'm going to tell you that doesn't work out well for you at the end.
No, actually, on the exchange of baskets there, they lost a point. So it's 81-71 now, Dogs by 10. Epps floats it up over the defense, leaves it short. Hits it high off the right side of the rim, and the rebound taken by Somto and the Dogs. Smurf for three on the left end. Good, another one. That's 15 threes for Georgia. And the Dogs extended to a 13-point lead.
And I'm not sure on the defensive end. I thought Somto tipped that ball. I think that they may credit him with a block.
Timeout, Mississippi State. 30-second timeout for Chris Jans. As this one might be slipping away from the home team. They've kind of been in control for about 2/3 of the game, but the Dogs' three-point shooting is just kicking Mississippi State right in the teeth right now. 16 of 28 on threes today for Georgia.
And they're going to have to start taking more of them. I'm talking about Mississippi State now. Now they're in a point now where you've got 6 minutes to play. You're down 13. You've got to, start to try to take some threes. And they really only have one guy that's just absolutely incredible at them.
State was 9 for 9 on its final 9 field goals going into halftime. Georgia on a run right now. They've made 7 of 7 and extended the lead to 13 points. Largest of the game for the Dogs. Defensive pressure in the backcourt by Georgia. State with the basketball. McGee dribbles on the right wing to Jaden Epps, the Georgetown transfer. Puts it on the floor and drives. Floater from the right block. Uses the backboard and banks it home good. Little one-handed floater off the glass. 84-73 Dogs. Smurf's got it down the lane line. Throws it up high out the window. Contact, no whistle. And the shot was no good. Rebound State. Epps drives, or rather McGee drives. Somto blocks the shot. Now the officials are going to talk about it. The whistle blew. They call a foul on Ross.
Now they want to challenge.
I think they just called State for a technical.
Did they call a technical, or did they want to challenge?
I think they've called a technical on Chris Jans. He's angry.
Well, he didn't give the full T sign. He may have done it down low.
It was about waist high.
Yeah.
KB Burdett is the one that called the technical on Chris Jans.
Everybody's going to their respective benches, so
he's still wearing into him.
Well, and JB's walking the other side. JD.
So Blue's going to shoot the technical free throws down on the left end of the floor. Kane at the line all by himself. Free throw is good. And Blue with 11. 85-73 now, Dogs. 5:35 remaining in the contest. Blue Kane shooting technical free throws for Georgia after Chris Jans was teed up.
Does Blue much care whether there's anybody watching or in the lane or within a 5-mile radius?
He's going to hit foul shots.
He just seems like, I don't care whether anybody sees this, doesn't see this, cares about this.
Well, he hit his two. Now on the right end of the floor, they'll shoot the free throws. McGee, after the foul was called on Jordan Ross. Jabari McGee, free throw, front of the rim, no good. He's a 68% foul shooter, a 6'2 senior from Macomb, Mississippi. He's got 11 this afternoon. He averages 8. That free throw is good. Missed the first, made the second. And the Dogs win the free throw shooting contest. They're 2-1. 86-74, Dogs by a dozen with the ball. Ross to Kane to Smurf on the logo. Come to Catchings now, near side of the floor. Ross has it. Screen from Somto. Ross runs under the basket, curls around on the wing, hands it to Smurf. Skips it to Blue for a three. Left corner. Good, he ripped it. Blue Kane right in front of our bench. Everybody's standing for the Dogs, who lead it by 15 now. Hubbard quickly down the floor, floats it in.
He's unbelievable.
At point blank range. He's got 30.
But again, they swap a 3 and take a 2.
89-76 Dogs.
Oh, Jordan stepped out of bounds. Oh, no.
Offensive foul on Smurf. Or, excuse me, on Somto.
On Somto inside? I was looking cross court. I thought it blew the whistle across court.
There was offensive foul on Somto. And that'll be a Georgia turnover. State with the basketball. Down 13, 89-76. With 4:55 to go. They inbounded up the far sideline. Run a quick play to McGee, who drives and lays it up. And we foul on the play. So it's an and one opportunity for Mississippi State. Achor, and Jabari McGee playing a two-man game at the end after they took the inbounds pass and just sprinted the last half of the court and got the bucket. Foul was called on Cannon Catchings, his third. McGee to try to make it a 10-point game. Right-handed shooter, free throw good. He has 15 to go with Josh Hubbard's 30 today. Actually, McGee with 17 now, so correction on his score. 89-79. Georgia by 10 with the ball.
Look at the aggressive defense they're playing.
They're really extending it out now. Smurf's got it on the sideline, far side of the floor. Dribbles through the circle. Gives it to Wilkinson with 6 to shoot. Jeremiah spins, step back, long two. Shot blocked by Epps. Taken away Hubbard, up ahead to McGee. Smurf knocked it loose. McGee picks it back up. Falling down, he lays it up and in, and he got fouled. Well, everything that could go did go wrong for Georgia on that play. We got the shot blocked on the left end. They had a run-out opportunity, fast break points. We knocked it away from McGee, but he picked the ball back up because it was knocked right at his feet. He picked it up and scored, and we fouled on the same play.
You know what? I got to tell you something. I got to tip my hat to Mississippi State. Their defense on that possession, they were aggressive. They were in our face.
McGee now with 20. Got a couple of three-point plays here to get State back in it. We were up 15, and now the lead is 7. There's a foul on Hubbard as Ross tried to tightrope it up the floor on this near sideline. Josh Hubbard called for a foul. That's a rarity. That's his first. 7-point Georgia lead with 4:14 to go, and Ross will be at the line for the Dogs.
Jordan can knock down a couple here.
Free throw number 1 for Jordan Ross is good. First point of the second half for Ross, a 6'3" guard from Utah. Transfer from St. Mary's for the Dogs. Ross, left-handed shooter, free throw number 2 in the air and good. He hit a pair. Jordan at 80% at the line this season. And he gives the Dogs a 91-82 lead. Georgia led by 15 a few moments ago. But Mississippi State attacks again. Misses the runner off the rim.
Cannon came down with a rebound. They fouled him.
That was on McGee. A little too aggressive there by the Mississippi State guard. He picks up his 4th foul. Going to be a 1-and-1 for Catchings. 8th team foul on Mississippi State. Cannon to the line. Catchings with 19 points today. He's got 4 threes in the contest.
Had 32 Tuesday night. Wow, 31.
32. That's correct. And his free throw is good. Give him 20 this afternoon. 92-82. Again, a 10-point lead for the Dogs. Somto back in the game for Dylan James, who exits. Catchings on the year, just 63% at the line, but he hits 2 in a row right here. 21 for Cannon today. He's only shooting 57% from the line in SEC games. So those two got to feel good for him. 93-82, 11-point cushion for the Dogs.
I don't like number 12 with the ball.
Well, here comes the deep three, left slot, front of the rim. Offensive rebound. Davis Fleming for State. They give it to Epps. He's stripped going to the basket. Dogs with a takeaway. Lob it up ahead to Kane. A turn and a feed to Catchings going to the basket. He lost it off his hands and out of bounds over the baseline.
Yeah, a little bit high, but it was still it was a great idea from Blue.
He was coming out of a spin and just caught it and threw it in same motion. Knew Catchings was going to be there.
Yeah, we knew we've talked about his basketball IQ. He knew he was going to be there. So he's spinning, he's throwing it there.
Dogs turn it over, though. We go into the under 4 timeout with a dead ball. 3:38 to play. Georgia 93, Mississippi State 82.
Yeah,
timeout.
Don't you start taking points.
I will not. I will add, if anything. I'll do that on the other side. Breaking the action. Back in a moment. Bulldog Sports Network.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Bulldog pride. When I'm carrying the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Georgia gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra Go Dogs from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go Dogs to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
It's rolling. That jackpot's rolling.
Yeah, got yourself a scratcher that didn't win? Well, my friend, it still could, because now all non-winning scratchers can be entered to win the Rollin' Jackpot, which grows and grows.
That jackpot's rolling.
The Rollin' Jackpot, another way to win from the Georgia Lottery. Learn more and enter at GALottery.com. Play responsibly.
At Piedmont, quality care changes lives. Meet Brad, a healthy former Marine who unexpectedly suffered 5 heart attacks and then heart failure. He credits Piedmont with saving his life.
The teamwork it took to provide me a path forward through a surprise heart failure and almost 5 months of intensive care in 3 different Piedmont hospitals is difficult for me to even imagine, but you guys nailed it. How do you thank someone for the gift of life?
Hear more at Piedmont.org/quality care. Piedmont, real change lives here.
Put an extra Go Dogs in your wallet with the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card. Order at Regions.com/Go Dogs. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Georgia leads by 11, 93-82. We trailed at the half by 5, but have outscored State here in the second half, 51-35 so far. Georgia's shooting 58.5%. from the three-point line. 17 of 29 today, Chuck, and hit 9 here in the second half.
And like the 35, that's indicative of the fact they did make some. They heard about the defense at halftime.
State ball. Hubbard on a bounce pass to Davis Fleming. They call Somto, who knocked the ball away. They call him for a foul. Somto now with 2 fouls in the game. That's the 5th team foul on the Bulldogs. And State to inbound right of the basket. Epps with a baseball pass to Achor. Over to Hubbard. Fakes the longer 3. Blue Kane bites on the fake. Hubbard steps closer to the three-point line and then launches one, and we foul him as he misses. He's got a lot of weapons in his arsenal, doesn't he?
He does.
Hubbard will get 3 free throws.
He's just a great player to watch. You know, typical of what you see in the Southeastern Conference. You know, game in and game out.
Fouls on Blue Kane, his 3rd, and the free throw by Hubbard gives him 31 for the contest.
Scott, I don't care what team you're watching, you're going to see an exceptional player.
Hubbard hits the first 2. He had a 48-point game against Auburn. He had 10 threes in that one. Or, excuse me, a 46-point game. It's 46, not 48. That's his career high. He hits all 3 free throws there to make it an 8-point Georgia lead now with 3:20 to go. 33 for Hubbard.
Oh, wow.
Ross just traveled as he jumped in the air Tried to pass it while he was still in the air, but he came down to the floor and is called for the travel. They had pinned in on the near sideline as he came across the half-court line. And Ross will exit Smurf into the ballgame. Georgia's lead was 15 with 5:13 to go. So in the last 2 minutes, State's cut it in half. Or at least down to 8. Fadeaway 3 from the right corner is an air ball by Hubbard. He pleads for contact, but no whistle. Dogs have the ball.
I thought he was right. Thought he got touched.
Smurf dribbles back and forth over the center circle. Gives it to Kane. He'll dribble high on the left wing. Guarded by McGee. Screen Somto. Kane to his right. Dribbles. Floats it to Somto with a dunk. Timeout, Georgia. Kane with the assist. Somto with the flush. They chest bump each other. They ran a beautiful play that time.
They did. And as soon as he set that screen and then rolled, the old screen and roll, Blue knew right where he was going with the basketball. To the big man up high.
Kane with his 15 points today has gone over 1,000 for Georgia. And all of those points have been at Georgia. He's the first guy to do that since Yante Maton.
I'll tell you what, that's a pretty fair company right there when you're you mentioned in the same breath with Yante Maton.
Jeremiah Wilkinson is closing in on 1,000 for his career, but of course all of those have not come with the Bulldogs. He's got 15 today, so he still needs 14 more to get to 1,000 for his career. Timeout was called with 2:44 to go. And Georgia with a 9, make it a 10-point lead, 95-85. Leading scores for the Dogs today. We've got 5 guys in double figures. Catchings with an explosion in the second half. He's got 16 of his 21 in the second half. He leads the team in scoring. Wilkinson with 15, Kane with 15, Smurf with 13, and Somto with 10 points. And Blue Kane, the leading rebounder for the Dogs this afternoon with 6. He's also got 5 assists. Pretty nice game for Blue Kane.
Yeah, you know, Blue's always got a great stat line. I don't care how many minutes he plays, his stat line always looks good at the end.
State with a basketball. Here's Hubbard going to shoot another 3 and hit another one. Hubbard now with 36 points for the Mississippi State Bulldogs. And the lead is 7 for Georgia, 95-88. 2:18 to go. Dogs working some clock a little bit now. Smurf with a slow dribble. Comes this side of the floor to listen to his head coach. 8 to shoot. Smurf near the half-court line. Now puts it on the floor and drives. In the lane. Kick out Blue. Pump fake. Sidestep. Back to Smurf. Into the clock. 3. Good. He got it.
He got it.
Are they going to count it? They're going to check it.
It was good. It was out of his hand.
KB Burdett saying a shot clock violation.
I don't care. He's going to be embarrassing when he gets over there.
They're going to check it. They're going to go to the video monitor.
Shot clock violation. That play is under review because we had a successful basket following the call.
If that's good, that's going to be a large basket for Smurf. There, we'll look at the replay here. With the shot clock inset, Smurf puts it on the floor. Gets the ball loose. Oh, goodness, that's close. Man, that's going to be tight. Now, you can't really tell it from a long-distance shot like that, from that angle, as we look at the replay again. It was about right on top of each other. When the ball was let loose, it left his hand, and the shot clock hit 0.0.
Oh, I thought that was, look at that. That's 0.1 there.
All right, we'll get a good look at the replay here. They might give him a 3. No, they're calling it a violation.
The call on the floor has been confirmed that it is a shot clock violation.
Man, that was a fraction of an inch and a fraction of a second.
Well, I thought
being a 3-pointer for Smurf.
I thought he had it away.
The game clock has been adjusted to
95-88 is our score now. Oh, that would have been a big shot for the Dogs. It would have been a 10-point lead with 1:59 to go. Instead, it's a 7-point lead with 1:59, and State has the basketball. McGee inbounds near sideline and backcourt to Hubbard.
Okay, we don't want him with the ball.
He's got 36 today. He's going to shoot it again. He drives on Smurf. Step back three, right side, short. Hit the net, not the rim. Rebound out of bounds. Georgia basketball. Chore lost it out of bounds under the basket. Going to be the Dogs' ball with 1:47 remaining, and Georgia leading by 7. Dogs trying to close in on their 22nd win of the season. Mississippi State's lost 4 in a row as we close out the regular season. But this has been a true dogfight between the battle of the Bulldogs. Smurf jump pass cross court to Catchings. He'll burn more clock. He curls around into the corner. State fouls Catchings. Jamarian Davis Fleming, hyphenated last name at 6'10", commits the foul. That's the 9th team foul on Mississippi State. It's going to be a 1-and-1 for Cannon Catchings. 3rd foul on Davis Fleming, freshman from Canton, Mississippi. Catchings, free throw number 1, good. Cannon with 22 points to follow up his 32-point effort, a career high on Tuesday night in the win over Alabama. And he hits the 2nd foul shot. 23 points for Catchings. And Georgia's lead is 97-88 with 1:32 remaining. They inbound it. Hubbard's letting it roll in backcourt. Finally picks it up about 10 feet beyond the half-court line. Will shoot a 3 and hit it head of the key good.
Amazing, isn't he?
39 points for Hubbard. 97-91, Georgia's lead cut to 6. Catchings with the ball, wrap around to Wilkinson. Runs through the lane, underhands it back to Smurf. High near wing. Smurf pulls the ball away from the defender. Now sweeps it down low to the left side, puts it on the floor and drives, and the layup is good. Davis Fleming was guarding the rim, but he backed away, and Smurf scored on it.
At 1 minute even. 1 minute left.
Smurf with 15, 99-91, 8-point Georgia lead with a minute to go and a timeout. Dogs call a time with 60 seconds to play.
You know what, Smurf hit 2 big shots. The other one didn't count, but he said, you know, my point is that it's clutch time, and that young man's hitting clutch baskets. You know, they're not as spectacular as Josh Hubbard's, but they count as much. I mean, they mean just as much or more.
Well, Hubbard's got 39 for Mississippi State. And McGee has 20 and Epps with 13. Georgia has 5 guys with double figures. Catchings 23. Wilkinson, Smurf, and Blue all with 15, and Somto with 10.
How about 15 for 24? That's what Hubbard is. 15 out of, he's taken 24 shots, hit 15. Amazing.
6 of 12 on threes. The Dogs had 17 threes in the game tonight. Here's another one by Hubbard. Straight on 3. That one off the rim, but tapped up by Davis Fleming. I think's the guy that got it. It was either a Chore or Davis Fleming that tapped in the missed 3 for 2. And a timeout State, and the lead is 6 now for Georgia. 99-93.
And they're going to.
Davis Fleming gets the basket there on the tip.
And they're going to have to foul now again. And they're in the double. We're in the double bonus, so.
Chris Jans using a full timeout here, used the full 60 seconds. 2-possession game, at least an old-fashioned 2-possession game, you know, unless you shoot the 3 and you foul on the 3-point shot.
Yeah,
I've seen that happen before.
We have. Unfortunately, we have. But, you know, I was just thinking it would be, for Chris Jans, what would be absolute agony would to have this end up being a 2-point Georgia win and him picking up that technical that Blue hit the 2 free throws.
Oh, good point, yeah. That's right. He's had 3 straight 20-win seasons here. This is not going to be one for him. His first, at least they're under 500 at the moment. First losing year for Chris Jantz in his 4 seasons here in Starkville. State 5 of 12 in the league and 13 and 17 overall. They're not playing like a team that's on a downward trend today. They've matched Georgia just about basket for basket.
Well, one guy has. Listen, Josh Hubbard's been,
39 points.
39 points.
Pretty impressive. 99-93, Dogs inbound, pressure in the backcourt. Smurf to Blue Kane. In backcourt to Catchings, over the timeline to Wilkinson. Skip it off to James on the block. He throws it back and throws it away. Intercepted by Jones for State. Up ahead to McGee for a 3, left slot, no good. Rebound tipped by State, right to Smurf. Dogs dodge a bullet there. Smurf fouled in the backcourt by Josh Hubbard with 27.6 to go.
They didn't have any choice, but that's not the guy you want to foul.
Second foul on Hubbard. Boy, Georgia threw it away, and State had a chance to cut it down to a 1-possession, 3-point deficit. Fortunately, they missed the 3 by McGee, and the Dogs rebounded, and Smurf's at the line as a result of that. Free throw number 1, Smurf, front of the rim, backboard, and good.
You know, why anyone other than Hubbard wouldn't have taken that shot?
I think he was still back here. He was still on the back end of the floor. And Smurf's second foul shot rolls off the left side of the rim. 25 seconds to go, 7-point Georgia lead. Dogs have 100. Hubbard, sidestep right, hits a 3. He's over 40. He's got 42. And it's 100-96, and they foul Smurf again, running up the sideline. Foul called on Sean Jones. 2 shots coming for Smurf. Got to hit the foul shots here. The lead is 4 for the Dogs. Our 8th 100-point game of the season.
I'm not sure if I'm us, I wouldn't start fouling them.
Well, instead of letting Hubbard shoot it, you might be right. Free throw good by Smurf.
Well, yeah, because they're only going to get 2 free throws.
I understand the concept.
Yeah, I can do the math.
Smurf's second foul shot. That one's good. He hit them both this time. Dogs lead is 6, 102-96. I'm running out of a room on my score sheet for Josh Hubbard. 42 points for Hubbard today. Nasty stuff. He's got the ball again, 12 seconds to go. Another 3, left side, hits the rim this time. Rebound, tapped by Wilkinson, controlled by Catchings.
And that's going to be it.
Dogs are going to dribble out the clock and win it here in Starkville. At last. My goodness.
Oh, my God.
That was tough. But the Dogs win it 102-96.
Well, wait, hang on. Hubbard just hit a 3 walking out the tunnel.
It's not going to count. That goes into his rec league stats.
Wow. That guy put on a show.
No player, Adam? All right. Who's the electrifying player of the game for Georgia? We'll decide after this. Region's locker room report straight ahead. Dogs a winner. They win for the 22nd time in the regular season. A school record for most wins in a regular season by the Dogs. Now 22-9. State loses for the 5th straight time. They're 13-18, 5-13 in the SEC. Georgia wins its 10th in league play and will head to Nashville on a winning note. 102-96 the final. Dogs a winner. And our post-game coverage is straight ahead here on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
To collapse all I've learned, to absorb with open eyes, to see this revelation, new serenity, destruction is harmony. To see this, I'll wait for you. To rise from this dream, I will be waiting for you. To rise from this dream.
3, 2, 1, Dogs do the the improbable, the unthinkable, the unbelievable. They beat Arkansas and go wire to win the SEC tournament.